late 11th centuries. And during that time, they raided, plundered, and settled in areas as far as eastern Russia, northern and central Europe, and of course England, Ireland, Scotland. We know about them arriving in Ireland because of the annals. The annals were written by the monks of Ireland at the time. And the first mention of Vikings is in 795 when they were born Rathlin Island. Between that period and let's say the mid-800s, Vikings raided and plundered Ireland to a greater and greater extent. In 837 we have a mention of 60 ships, 60 Viking ships on the Boyne here. Each one of those ships would have had about 30 men on them, so that's a fighting force of about 1,800 men. Again in 837 we hear of the Southern O'Neill, coming down to meet Vikings here on the Boyne estuary. And that's the first time that the annals mention a Viking leader by name, Saxo or Saxo Liv in the Irish. We know that Saxo Liv was killed here at the battle, but the Irish were defeated heavily. So what we do in reenactment is we get a bunch of lads to try and recreate that battle, you know. We've replicas of Viking shields. This is only made out of plywood, but the originals would have been planked, glued and riveted here with the handle at the back, and then covered in linen and maybe beeswax or something over it as well, and tied around the outside to stop swords biting into it, you know. So, as I said, these are only made of plywood. They're much lighter and everything for us to use in the reenactment. The way we use them in the reenactment is we present them out like this because we present them out like that because of the handle. The handle, as you can see, is not a pivot. So you hold them out here to stop them flattening you in the face, you know. Yeah, it gets very tired after a while. But, yeah. Yeah. That's designed to look good when you've 300 lads out in the field.
But the way that we think that the Viking shields and swords were really used is the pivot is not much good because you can get the way Paddy was in the shield now. You can completely open here, or the other side. I'm still completely open all along this side here. So what we do is we can use that pivot, and the flat of the shield is very weak because of the pivot. But you can use the swords, flats and swords together. They're weak. The flat of the blade is weak. If I turn my sword, it's much stronger because of the edge of the blade and the way it goes. Like when you're hammering like this, you don't hammer like that, you know?
So the same principle. The edge is stronger than the flat, you know?
Yeah. So I can use his pivot against him. Alright? I can use his pivot against him by opening him up. Going like that. He's completely open, you know? Or you can use your shield with your sword as well. The way we do that, is he has a shield in between him and me, which is the problem. I need to get in between him and his shield. So the way we do that is we move the sword round like that. You can see it, do it again, like that. And you use your shield, open his up, and you're in there. Or do it other way. Is going under and in again, moving his shield out. So rather than bang, 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 which is what we do in the reenactment, and you get very tired, it's straight in, kill. Yeah. You can use it like punching the pivot. And it is. Doing the neck. Right, on. Now,